Hi guys, I'm Mark and I'm an oyster boy and I'm back again for another brew day. Today I'm going to be making the first of two beers that I'm going to have on tap on Christmas Day, which is in about 20 days. So I best get cracking on with these. So the first one I'm going to be doing is from the Malt Miller. It is the Beer Munich Helles all-grain recipe kit. Now this is one of the beers that unsurprisingly they made for the Beer Festival in September. I tried some there, it was great, and I kind of wanted lager or a Helles type beer that would be nice, malty, a bit bready, not too strong, and would be ready in time for Christmas. So I'm going to do this one under pressure at about 18 or 19 degrees, 15 to 18 psi. Should be fermented out in 2 weeks, and then I can just get it carbonated. Well, it'd be carbonated already pretty much, but I can just get it ready to serve before Christmas. The malts in this one are Carapils, Munich Malt 1 and Lager Malt. And it also comes with Hallertau Blanc whole leaf hops. You only need 36 grams, but it comes with a 100 gram pack, so you're getting a little extra, a little bit more bang for your buck. And 2 packets of WHC Einstein yeast, which I'm going to use to throw this one together. In addition to what comes with the kit, I'm going to use some NBS Clarity, which should help reduce chill haze and also make the beer gluten-free as well, which is a handy bonus. And I'm going to use some ALDC to take away any risk of diacetyl in the beer, throwing off the flavours. So my water's ready. I'm going to go and get this mashed in now. I'm using reverse osmosis water and I'm using the Munich Helles profile from the Grainfather app to put that one together. And it's a step mash on this one, so I think I've got some time at 50 degrees, some time at 60 degrees, or 50, 65 and 70. I think it is in this one actually. I'll put it on the screen if that's wrong. But all the instructions come with the kit as well, and we will get this mashed in, show you some footage of that, show you some footage of the hops going in, and then we'll get together with Penny to taste it. So catch you soon, guys. So this beer uses whole hops rather than pellets, and that combined with the Carapils should give us a beer with better head retention. So we're looking for a nice, tight, bright white head on top of a really lovely sort of bright, clear, golden beer when this one comes out. And then on top of that, you've got the step mash profile, which is going to add some extra breadiness to this beer. This kit comes with 2 packets of WHC Labs Einstein yeast, which I have used before, and it definitely does churn out some pretty nice crispy beers. And as I said earlier, the instructions say to ferment this for about 3 to 4 weeks at 12 degrees C. However, I'm in a rush, so I'm going to be doing it 2 weeks at room temperature at about 18 psi, and hopefully it will be ready in time for Christmas. Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys, and today we are reviewing the beer kit from the Malt Miller, which is the Munich Helles, which they made for the Beer Festival in September.
I'm excited.
I picked this up and I brewed it at the start of December, and we're now, what date we are now, at the 10th or the 11th or 12th of Jan, something like that.
About 6 weeks to lager or something like that?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really lager it for 6 weeks. I was drinking it on Christmas Day, so I fermented it. I fermented it under pressure.
Oh, right, okay, fair
18
enough.
degrees, 18 psi. So started it on the sort of end of the first week in December. I was drinking it on Christmas Day, so it was ready to drink in about 3 weeks.
Do they recommend to press ferment it, or is it just?
God, it's optional really.
Okay.
So Einstein, the WHC yeast, is really good under pressure for doing it like that. So that's what I did. I was on a short time scale, and it's now been, another 3 weeks since then. Yeah. But this has been sat in a keg, which has just been outside in the garden because it's been freezing cold. So it's just been left
perfect.
there. Yeah.
Loved it.
So here we go. What do you think?
I mean,
crystal clear.
Yeah. So what have you used to clear it? I mean, I can see the Oyster Boys logo beautifully.
I used Clarity, which will stop chill haze, NBS Clarity. Yeah. I used half a thingy tablet, what's the Irish moss tablets? Protofloc. Yeah. Half Protofloc tablet. And then when I put it into the, when it finished fermenting, I added Browsol. Which is, it's like a liquid fining agent, which is all completely vegan.
Oh, okay. Brilliant.
So this is gluten-free and vegan, because a happy byproduct of the Clarity is it's gluten-free. So any hippies can drink it.
So they say. I don't believe it's gluten-free.
Well, I'm not celiac. So
I think if you see that, you wouldn't drink that.
Yeah, but I mean, looks-wise on this one, I'd struggle not to give it a 10, really.
Yeah.
To be honest. because it's crystal clear. It's got a nice white head. Or head's dying down a bit, but we did pour it before we started filming.
9.5. Great job.
Thanks, mate. Do you want to dive in and give it a sniff?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a Munich Helles, and straight away it's bready, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing.
Which is kind of...
Yeah, we'd expect. So obviously the Czech Pilsens that we know with Pilsner Urquell and obviously Staroparm and my favourite, stuff like that, you're using it's a little bit more spicier and hoppier, whereas the Helles, you've got a little bit more breadiness and sweetness to it.
And there's not a huge amount of hops that go into it. It's Hallertau, I think. It's whole leaf hops that you use, and you get a 100-gram bag, even though I think you only use about 30 grams.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 70 grams.
Make it twice.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you were to buy it again, you'd buy the other bit to the recipe and save you money on the hops. So, yeah. But it's, aroma-wise, it smells as you'd expect it to smell, but it's not like... It's not my favourite smelling beer though, so I'd probably give it like a...
But it smells...
It's a 7.
It's you know, when I'm saying it, you're not getting any sulphur from it or anything like that.
No.
It's pure, you know, it smells crisp, it smells delicious.
It does smell
good.
Actually, yeah.
So I'm going to give it 7.5. I think you're being a little bit harsh with yourself.
So, mate. Should we try it?
Yeah, brilliant.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Easy now.
Literally just...
You broke the mic.
What the hell? It was so good, it's just literally dribbled it all down myself.
I mean...
That's spot on, isn't it?
I drink a lot of Helles, and that's really, really close to pretty much the ones that you're getting over from Germany, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of English ones and stuff like that I'm not really a fan of. I always go to the classic, you know, your Augustiners and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was actually one of the first videos we did would have been the Augustiner Munchner Hell.
Could have been.
When we did our Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I mean,
day.
I think we did a little bit of history. I mean, obviously the Pilsners come first. Was it talked about Joseph Groll,
most hated man in
rudest man in Bavaria?
Yeah.
Went over. The Czechs brought him in because the German beers were taking over the Czechs. He created the Pilsner, and then from that the Germans needed to catch up.
I kept it in my mouth that time.
Good job. The Germans needed to catch up and make sure that the Czechs don't become the sort of king of the beers. They wanted to keep that title. So 1894. Spaten were the first ones to create the German Helles, which Helles just translates as bright or light.
Yeah.
And then from that, I suppose it's sort of taken off from there. So, and Spaten obviously means spade, and that's the molten spade that you see on their emblem. So, yeah, a little bit of history there.
Nice. And with this kit, one thing I've got to say, it was just dead easy to put together. So we use a grain father. So like step mashing it's easy because you just tell the grain father to do it. And this one, it was sort of like 15 minutes at 50 degrees, 30 minutes at 65 and 30 minutes at 70.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing that manually, it could be a ball ache.
Yeah.
With the grain father, it was like I mashed in and just left it to it. It does make your brew day pretty long, to be fair, because it's not just your 15, your 30, and your 30, so an hour and 15 minute mash. Yeah. It's your 15 minutes and then the time it takes to get it recirculating from 50 to 65, and then the 30 minutes, and then the time it takes to get from again, and then another 30 minutes. So it's a long mash, but
you get the breadiness from it.
You do get the breadiness from it, you really do. But then it's been a while since I've made a lager. All the beers I've made recently have been like, a 20 or 30 minute hop stand with whirlpool and stuff like that, and it just really drags everything out. Whereas this one, it was basically like, right, once it's done, chill it straight on, transfer it straight over into a fermenter and get it in the fridge.
I think what I would say is, obviously when we do a lot of the hoppy beers, I mean, we did that clone quite recently.
The day one, the voice microphone,
and it was like, well, we said it's the closest clone we've had. And I think often when we produce, or mainly you produce, like the hoppier beers, they're pretty much the same as quality that you can get from the shops. I would say with this, it's not quite the same level as like your Augustiner or your.
And where do you think it's like missing out?
I think it's just lacking that crispness.
But do you reckon that's? I mean,
I think it just needs
because
I think
haven't
it's either
lagered it.
pressure fermented or because they've not lagered it long enough.
Yeah, because that's the I haven't lagered it for months and months, or
and that's it. They do it. I mean, so I think maybe that could be it. I think
it is still.
I'm not saying, hey mate, I'm talking.
Like,
I'm comparing this to the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? you know, that elder stuff. I think is it the #1 beer in the world on tap? Was it Untapped or something like that?
I don't use apps like that.
I don't either, but it's
Joe.
Yeah. So, but do you know what I mean? I'm comparing it with like one of the best rated beers in the world. You know, of course that somebody's made in 6 weeks that it's not going to be the same. But yeah, I think maybe with them, they're a little bit lighter. You get the sweetness, but it is lighter. But I'm being super critical.
Splitting hairs is what you're doing, isn't it?
I'm not splitting hairs.
I'll score it then. Let me down gently.
But no, I still think it's really good, and I think it's hit the star really good. I'm just being honest with people that are reviewers. Oh, do you want me to just give it 10 plus if you want?
Right, come on, what do you reckon?
I'm going to give it an 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
it's mega beer. I think if you had that on draft and you had people over, put it one way, if you go into a standard British pub and the beers that they've got on draft, this is better than all them.
Oh yeah, because it's better.
There's no question about that.
Are we talking about that pub we always talk about?
Yeah.
Foster's.
Yeah.
Carling.
Yeah.
The premium one's Kronenberg 1664.
Yeah.
And then they've got Boddington's.
Yeah.
Tetley's.
Strongbow.
Oh yeah, and Dark Fruits.
Yeah, of course, Twin Tap.
And then all this behind me
The guest
here,
beer might be Corona, because that seems to be popular.
Anything
now.
they've got behind me here, this would all be Whiteley Neal.
Yeah.
Whiteley Neal, flavoured gin.
Navy rum. Captain Morgan.
Lambs, mate, lambs. Delicious. Yeah. No, I think, to be honest, I'm probably going to go a bit higher than you. I'm going to go 8.5, because I'm not as much of a connoisseur as these types of beers as you are, but I know that I really like this. For me, it's an 8.5. Price-wise, I think it's actually really good because, again, for so long we've been doing these hoppy beers and they're all coming in at like you know, a couple of quid a pint. This was 67 and a half p or 68p if you round it up.
Dry yeast, obviously, still good quality.
2
dry
packs
yeast.
of it, though.
2 packs, okay. Fair
you do
enough.
get your 100 grams of
Yeah.
Hallertau, even though you don't use that much.
I think it's a really, really good value, to be honest. Like you say, you've done a lot of hoppy beers with, you know, that you've got, it's been so...
I don't know if I said that because
okay, all right.
But anyway, price-wise, you get 2 packets of yeast, you get a 100-gram pack of hops, even though you don't need the whole lot.
68p a pint.
68p a pint, it's 5%.
I think that's mega. I think that's a 9.
I reckon it's a 9,
yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely spot on. Sessionability-wise,
okay,
it's so easy to drink.
Yeah.
Super easy to drink. Like, imagine you've got this on tap in your utility room and no one's there to tell you off.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got loads of pretzels.
Yeah.
All day, bread.
Loads of really salty
Imagine
snacks.
if it's a sunny day as well.
You sat outside. You got your
Kids aren't there.
No wife, no kids.
I'm dreaming.
I sound like Leon in the Professional. No women, no kids. You had the right idea. So yeah, you got no wife there, no kids there. You got loads of salty snacks.
9.
Yeah.
9 pints.
Absolutely. It's only 5%.
Yeah.
It's not going to knock you on your ass that quick.
I would be on my ass after 9 pints.
Well, you probably would, yeah.
But.
Ooh, baby. Yeah. 9.
Yeah. Solid.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's a fair score on everything that we give it.
I reckon so.
Really so.
And yeah, so again, if you've got an automated temperature-controlled brewery, super easy to make. Did it under pressure in barely any time at all. Be interesting to do it properly and see how it compares, but at the same time, I haven't got time.
Well, I'm doing the smoky lager,
Yeah.
which we've always done under pressure, and I'm doing it 13 degrees long and steady.
Okay.
So we'll probably film that because we've got some memory because I made it twice.
Yeah.
See whether there's a difference and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See if it's crisper.
Yeah, or just, rate it again and see how it compares to the last time, and then, the score's the truth, isn't it?
There we go.
But yeah, here is the oyster score for this beer. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Smash like, hit subscribe. I'll put a link down at the bottom for where you can buy the kit if you want to do it. And catch you in the next one.
Yeah.
Oysters out. I could have given you a bag of crisps.
Damn right.
A delicious packet of crisps.